Hi, and welcome back to SnowRunner. Getting back in the hang of games, and I thought, well, here's something that'd be interesting. And it became way more interesting than I ever thought it was going to be. Because at first, I rolled somewhere in this area, so I sent the BM-17 down to rescue God. Then came back on its wheels, loaded everything up, only to have problems right here. And so, with the trucks I have available, I have come to the conclusion, I was doing not a roller coaster, and it rolled as I was backing up because I beached the truck. So that's the container for not a roller coaster to unlock the other new vehicle, the Plaid 450, and it just kind of hit me with the changes to the way the crane works. Why not see if I can just lift these up here? And of course, the crane isn't in the right position, so I uprighted the twin steering. The idea is basically I'm just gonna, or at least the idea was to avoid having to have all this drama, was to try and use the crane to lift it out. Now, I do have the FEM, and that could get the new crane that was introduced in Season 10, but I thought the old Heavy would be good enough. Apparently not. Well, I can try one other thing from positioning things, so let's try that first. Because at the end of the day, really, I shouldn't have used either of those two trucks because they're too prone to tip over. I should have probably pulled them out one at a time with the Tega here, since it's relatively stable, or something with like only 43-inch tires. Think the White Western Star 4964. Cat CT680 would have potentially been interesting, although you could make a case for the extra engine in the Cat 681 if you want to move them out two at a time. 4 grad if I had it would probably be another. Oh, that is so disappointing. It's just barely out of the reach of the crane. Oh, doesn't look like I'm as close to the edge as I thought it was. We'll see if this is a bad idea. Easy does it. Would you look at that? That's the nice thing about the heavy crane, is the lightweight loading cranes don't really have the power, so that's why I went straight to heavy crane for this job. Looks like it needs to come straight up because it's catching on something. I don't want myself getting dragged over the cliff on this. This is getting a little closer to the edge than I'd like it, so let's try and get this done before something bad happens. At the end of the day, though, from here I can probably get him onto vehicle, so this is kind of sort of a win. Let's put this out as a counterweight. We are... Oh, no. I should have set the handbrake. The handbrake would have totally stopped this. Oh, this is gonna be sort of hilarious if this is able. Or it looks like we're backing down. Okay, well, this video just got a whole lot more interesting than I wanted it to be. Nope. Okay, I am so glad I caught that on tape. That is something else. Okay, well, got the crane down here. That will make life easier, sorta. And I think I know where exactly. Oh, we're gonna do this hole because it's moved around. Gotta do it this way. What we're gonna do is hook up here, and this should be able to. Let's make sure the camera's not having an issue. Now we'll use winch controls. I won't be able to get it all the way up, but I think I know where I can put this that will be easily reachable from that higher position. It kind of looks like there's a path for scout vehicles up here. I don't know if I'm brave enough to try it with one of these trucks empty. But one thing I've learned is that anything's too tippy for me to try to drive around this quarry with this in, because it does really throw off your center of gravity. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it as long as it should. He says it should be able to stay in, and immediately starts rolling down. Ugh. Okay, now that we have this here, let's get this truck back onto its wheels. And I guess if I was going to use a truck to test whether I can make a full-size truck go up that, it would be this. Okay, well, that's not working. Oh, let's... and see what we can... Oh, probably should. Well, it looks like this is at least having enough weight that we're able to pull ourselves up off of the cliff. So that's good. Which means we only have this truck. Oh, and this little situation here. Basically, the burlap got itself stuck, and then in the process of trying to save it, well, it rolled sideways off onto the perch that it has here, and as you can see, it got itself in kind of a situation. Oh, my hat's off to whoever designed this quarry. Just bravo, bravo. See if this affects our gravity issue. Sometimes. Actually, what we're going to do, since we don't have room to pull, is we'll use the weight of the Tega. Because it has the crane attachment. It should be able to have enough weight that we should be able to winch this back onto its wheels. We'll see. There's definitely room to park here, so... see if this works. Put the anchors out. And then see if this works. And the answer, of course, is no. That would have been too easy. Okay, but that works. So... guess the question is, how brave do I feel? Honestly, given that this thing has the crane on it, and it's already bouncy, yeah, it's probably not a good idea. If I have a problem with the A&K, I can probably pull it up with the weight. of either the twin steer or the Tega, so that's probably what I should try this with. So we're just going to get out of here. I mean, you could make an argument that since it's all the way most of the way down here, I could use this as the shuttle to get the blocks up to the level where the Tega with the crane is, and then the crane can put them somewhere where they can be reached from the top. That may not actually be a bad idea. Oh, of course, gotta get a little damage randomly, because it wouldn't be Stone Runner without that. So, I'm gonna try this. This may be a bad idea, but since I don't have any cargo, maybe if I'm careful I can get it out of here this way. We'll see. I definitely wouldn't try this loaded. But would you look at that? Okay. Yay! Pulling trucks towards the top. We're gonna get it a little further out of here. Oh man, I'm just taking all the suspension damage. Oh, already had that tire punctured and that probably didn't help things either. I need to get a truck here with some repairs, particularly some spare tires. We'll park this right here. And let's see. Now that it's out of the way, the 17 can make its way down. Ironically, past the part where it originally had to drive to for rescue the first time. Okay. Basically what happened with A&K is I was driving fast and not really paying attention to these rocks, and I went up on a rock and that took me enough over to cause me to roll. That's essentially what happened. I think it was about right here that happened. Just wasn't really paying attention, and well, there you go. These rocks can get you if you're not careful. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to do much about the burlap situation. That's probably a job for the heavy crane on its way out. But right now, I think we're just going to be going down to start the shuttling process for the 2 other sets of Slate blocks we need to bring up here. Don't really have the money right now, but the second step, one of my other ideas was just to use a low center of gravity trailer like the step deck or the gooseneck, because with low center of gravity and then pull it with a short truck so I can easily maneuver around the rocks. Like, that's originally why I brought the Tega. I originally was going to use the Dan 96 320 as my crane truck here, but I haven't unlocked that in Tamar yet, so I just put the crane on the Tega. Ooh, this truck is just getting beat up. Oh no, and now we have no fuel tank. That is not great. That is totally not great because I'm going to lose all this fuel. I don't have a way or a place to transfer it to. Oh, that is not good. Which means I'm going to have to get repair points and fuel down into this truck if I don't want to pay the $5,000 recovery bill. Oh, I wish it was. Now, if this had been one of the newer trucks, I'd potentially have a roof rack or something, but this is one of the original trucks. Oh, we got 2 punctured tires, and that's... I'm gonna try to get the boron out of the situation it's in. That may be possible. Didn't think about turning like this, but... oh no. Nope, we're high-centered again. see if I can do something. Not liking that I'm... I guess we're going down into the pit. That seems to be our option. And right now we're gonna get hung on our bumper. You think about this. Because where... Ideally, I just pull myself sideways. But really what we're doing is we're... See if I can back up a little. Almost had it. Got kind of an idea here. Or we can just roll. No. Oh, if only I thought to throw a safety winch to the burlap, I could have maybe stopped that. Well, at least it will be easier to get it up on its wheels from here. Let's see. And there's no way to get the Tiger close enough to save some of that fuel. Unfortunately, because that would be... Could I back down here? This may be a bad idea, but I'm willing to try. Because that means I'd have fuel down here for both trucks. Wouldn't recommend doing this, and I'm only really doing this to try and save the fuel in the BM-17. Otherwise, I would not have tried that. There. Saved some of the fuel. And... That's there. Guess I could get the Hummer and then get a support trailer to bring out some spare tires. That's probably the next course of action. Anyway, I think I'll cut the video here.